Had a little bit of technical difficulties there. I went to play my little intro music and it started and stopped real quick, and then I had to start it again. Anyway, welcome to another live edition of This Is Tom's World, where we just hang out, we chat, we talk about things all over the spectrum, and we try to keep it, on exploring and stuff like that. Hey, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Um, but we try to keep it on exploring and things of the like, but we always branch off into a bunch of different topics. And there's going to be one topic that I just feel the need to bring up, but I'm going to give it a little time to let some people come in here. And it's a bit of a complaint, I guess, and it has nothing to do with anything related to my channel. It has to do with an area not far from here. To be more specific, what used to be called the Woodhaven Mall. Sorry about that, Morpheus. I could only go to my YouTube channel. Like the last couple shows, I've been going to YouTube and my Facebook. But right now, as you can see by the little duck up here, I am using the free version of StreamYard. So I'm only able to go to one place at a time. So yeah, unfortunately, those commercials are even if I wasn't monetized, they'd be there. But hey, how's it going? So the area I'm speaking of is the Acme over at the Woodhaven Mall. Well, it used to be called the Woodhaven Mall. I think it's called the Home Depot Plaza now or something like that. It's always going to be the Woodhaven Mall to me, just like Franklin Mills is always going to be Franklin Mills. It's never going to be Philadelphia Mills. They could change the name to whatever they want. If it's a mall, it's going to be Franklin Mills. And I know that my friend, the Philly captain, I know he feels the same way, but I've felt that way since they first changed the name. I looked at it. I looked at the sign when they first put it up. I said, I am never calling it that, ever. Now, I have in the past in videos referred to it as that, but only because that's the actual name of it, and it was like a frame of reference. But I think that was only in one or two videos that I had mentioned that, and then since then I said, I said both. I said Philadelphia Mills, Franklin Mills, whatever you consider it. But so yeah, that Acme, and let me bring up another window here so that I can show you exactly what I'm talking about here. It's going to take me a second to load this up and then get the map ready and find it on here. I just totally went the wrong way there. Momentarily. No, that's Franklin Mills. So that's okay. Sorry if anybody's coming in and commenting. I will be with you momentarily. Okay. So let me come back to here. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Parks was Keystone Racetrack. I totally forgot about that. That's actually back in the days when all it was a racetrack. They did not have any kind of slot machines or anything like that, and they used to have an annual fair every year, and it just had like a petting zoo, one of those slides that you go down in a potato sack in, maybe a couple little rides of some sorts, and they also did a horseshoe tournament, to which my dad was in quite a few years, and we have the trophies downstairs that he won. Most of them were first place. I can say with honor. It'll always be Franklin Mills. Yep. And Parks, yeah, it's just the casino, basically, I guess. Yeah, kind of. So let me bring this window up. Let's see, share screen. That's the right one. Okay, so you see this area here, the parking lot in front of the Acme, okay? Notice that this string right here are all straight on pull-in spots, regular parking spots, right? And then you'll notice all the other ones are slanted. right? Every other one is the same. So it's like it's the way it's supposed to be if they still had the arrows there. So you could come down here and make a left into here. And the reason they're slanted this way, and a lot of people seem to forget about this, is so that you can easily pull in, and when you're done, you can back out, right? Easily back out because they're slanted and it's one way. So nobody should be coming up from this way, which is why you see the stop thing here, but not up here. And it's the reverse here. So you should not come down here, make a left and go down here. I'm assuming you can all see my arrow. Let me see. Let me come back here and see. Let me know if you guys see the arrow that as it was moving around on the screen there. So that you're not just seeing this stagnant picture without the arrow. But let me know and I'll continue. But you already see where my gripe is going. There's a hair on the image. There is, isn't? Oh, no, that's not a hair. Somebody did a donut there. I see it. See, somebody did a spin out there. But you can all see my arrow as I'm moving it around, correct? It did look like a hair. Thanks for the expose of the dangerous conditions at the former Andalusia Concrete. Very scary for anyone with kids and pets. I shot an email to the mayor and we have an L&I inspection pending. Wow. Look at me. I did something, huh? Yeah, I'm not sure if somebody does own that right now or if it's just up for sale, but they definitely should be closing the place up. Like that hole in the ground that went down to like a sewage area or whatever that was. The bay door should definitely be closed too. But anyway, nobody's answering my question. Do you see my arrow moving on the screen right here for you guys? Should be like right in the middle. I'm moving it in circles because it's crucial to what I'm talking about. Okay, why are they that way? I see. See, that was two-way traffic before the store was built onto on the side. TJ Maxx. No, they were slanted before TJ Maxx came. That I remember because I remember when TJ Maxx when they moved into there because I thought that that Acme is so small, the aisles are so tight that Acme should have bought that building and just expanded. But that's just me. Okay, all right. So I see. You see it. Good. So now I'm not going to be on the screen. I'm not going to see comments for a minute because I'm making a point here. A lot of people will either pull down the wrong way. So they'll make a left here. And how are you going to pull into any spots that way? So what they then do is they say, oh, well, it's slanted, so I'll back in, right? So now they're facing like this car right here. You could see is facing the wrong way. You're supposed to pull in and back out. That's why they're slanted the way they are. You pull in this way, you back out that way, and then you go up here and you go out, right? Simple, seemingly. But you see a whole lot of cars that are parked the wrong way. And then when you pull out, they're going to go the wrong way because they're going to go this way because they can't go all the way around this way, especially, if somebody else is trying to pull out, whatever. I've seen so many near accidents in this parking lot for that reason. I mean, I honestly don't care. And a lot of times what people will do too, they'll go down the right way, right? So that, like, say they'll come down this way, right? And then they'll see this spot is open and they'll pull in there, but then they see this spot's open and they pull up. Now you are effectively facing the wrong way because you see the stop thing right here. You're supposed to go this way. These are supposed to be one way this way, one way this way, one way that way, so on and so forth. And there used to be arrows painted on the ground. No more. Nope. No, they're all gone after they redid the parking lot. No arrow? Okay. Home Depot has slanted ones too. Let's see. Let's go back to here. Let me go down the yeah, they sure do, don't they? See, and it's supposed to be one way going down the lane in the center, one going up the other way on either side, and it's done for pulling in and backing out easily. But when you park facing the wrong way, now you're either going to go out the wrong way or you're going to cause a holdup, because then you got to pull up and then back and pull up and back and go back and forth till you can finally be facing the right way. So it's little things that I notice like that. And I see it. I say, oh, see, somebody's admitting to it already. See, if we all went the way it was supposed to go, things would run so much smoother. I mean, I know a lot of people with the straight on parking, like let's say over at the Wawa on 13, just down the street from there. There's no slanted parking. They're just straight spots, and people will pull through to the next spot when it's open. And I get it. It makes it easier for you to pull out, so you don't have to back up, because you never know when somebody's going to be walking around in that parking lot or, zooming up, and you won't be able to see it because you're backing up. I get it with the straight spots. But with the slanted ones, they're made that way for that purpose, so that everybody goes one way and it's easy to pull in, easy to back out. You don't have to do multiple backups. You just out and then you're gone. This is true. This is very true. Hey, Gnome, what's going on, man? You admit to nothing. Well, you're not around here anymore, so you don't have to worry about it. You're not a concern for me as far as how you park. You're all the way up in Alaska. I just had to get that off my chest. You don't know how many times I'm over there and I see something like that, and I'm like, I should say something on the live feed. And I know I'm going to get a lot of flack from it. People are going to say, well, it's not bothering anybody else, but it kind of is, because it holds people up, or you wind up going the wrong way. And those aisles for the parking, they're not meant for 2-car widths. So it just kind of messes things up. Unless you get 2 small cars, and maybe they could pass each other. But when you get people that have the big SUVs and the big trucks, like the 150s, 250s, things like that, it's it makes it tough, and it's awkward. And then the people that are in the wrong look at you like you're wrong because you're going the right way and they're not. That part really blows my mind when people are in the total wrong in any driving situation, and you're in the right, and they look at you like you're the one that's doing wrong, like you're the jerk. Did you really? Did you were you actually talking with the mayor and you said something about that? Because see, I know that the mayor of Bensalem, I know that he grew up right there, right around Sarobia. It was like either across Dunks Ferry or across State Road, one of the two. And I know he used to take frequent walks there before I started going there. And I always hoped to run into him, but I never did. And then there was a local guy who posted to all the Bensalem groups. And if you belong to any of the Bensalem groups, then you've seen the name Jack Marr. You just haven't seen it for over a year now, because he passed away about a year ago. But he was the "Did you know" guy. He would start off every post with "Did you know?" And he would go on with some fact about Bensalem, whether it be historical or whatever. I got to talking to him quite a few times during the course of trying to figure out the history of this place, because as it turned out, Jack Marr was actually friends with the caretaker's son at Sarobia, and he grew up hanging out there and stuff, so he knew a lot about it. Plus, he was part of the Bensalem Historical Society when they first formed, and their first place that they were in was the carriage house that was attached to the wall of the garden. That was their first place of gathering, I guess. I don't want to say business because they're not really a business. It's all volunteer stuff. But so I talked to him quite a bit, and he was actually good friends with the mayor because they all grew up right there. And I always said to him, like, dude, when next time you talk to him, just let him know. I'd love to sit down and chat, see what he remembers about it, see what he has seen there in his years of taking walks there and stuff like that. But yeah, that would be cool. That would be very cool. Yeah, but yeah, I'm not gonna hold my breath. Oh, you talk to him in emails. Okay. Live and Grin. Now, see, that has a tie to some of my videos too, because I believe the guy that made Dinosaur Lake had something to do with the beginnings of Live and Grin. His name was Standish Ford Hansel. There's actually a street right off of Humeville Road, right near 13, called Hansel something, Hansel Road, Hansel Drive, something like that. But I'm pretty sure, if I remember right, he had something to do with the beginnings of that. But that's cool. Live and Grin is a place that, at some point, if I get the opportunity, I'd like to go around on the grounds and check it out too. I also want to go down to Friends Hospital and check that out because that place goes way back and has a strong connection to the garden because Robert Logan's daughter, Deborah, she went through a lot of problems in the year, her last, remaining like 10, 15 years or so that she was around. She was having a lot of problems. She wound up being sent there, and she actually hung herself in the basement of one of the older buildings there. So if I could ever find somebody that actually works there or whatever that might be able to get clearance for me to come in, go into, I'm sure we wouldn't be able to figure out what building she was in, but just go into one of the older buildings and check out the basement and stuff like that, get a feel for what her last visions were. I think that would be cool. But yeah, Live and Grin is definitely a place I'd like to check out, and definitely Friends because they have some really old buildings there. But that's just two of many places that I would like to go. Now, this past video that I did that Edward here is talking about the Andalusia Concrete Products Company building. I just happened across that. I've seen posts in the Bensalem groups about people who are not happy with the place just down the road from there, where they're going to be taking down wooded areas, and a guy wants to build houses there, and they're not happy about that for multiple reasons. One of which is, of course, the wildlife factor. Now, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of other wooded area around that, but like any of the wooded area you take down, it pushes them back. I mean, how many times does that have to happen, and then they have nowhere to go? I totally get what they're saying. On the flip side of that, I know that legally there's not a whole lot that can be done. I know the very same fight is happening in Humeville for the Humeville Hill, which I did a video for that some time ago. And they're still trying to fight this, as far as I know. I haven't actually talked to anybody in a little while. The last time that I had talked to somebody, they wanted to know if I could come to one of the meetings, maybe film it. But at the time, my mom, it was during the summer, and my mom was having issues. She was in the hospital and stuff like that. So, I made a few videos in that time, but not many. And that particular day, I think there was something going on. So I wasn't able to go to that, and I let her know, and she understood. But that's the last I've heard from anybody to see what exactly is going on, where they are in their fight to save Humeville Hill. So it's a very similar thing to this thing that's going on in Bensalem. They have multiple reasons why they're not happy about these houses being built, and they're trying to do what they can to prevent it. And I get it. I'm all for preserving the woodlands. I mean, without them, where would I be with this channel? But they posted a screenshot of Google Maps of the area, and I happened to see this concrete place in the upper right hand corner, or one of the corners or whatever, and I was like, wow, what's that? So I went onto the maps, like Google Maps, and I looked at it, and I was like, wow, this is definitely something that's not working right now. I mean, all the rust on the roof and everything. Hey, Lori, how you doing? So I knew I definitely wanted to check it out. So Sunday morning, I went out, and it happened to be just between the rains that were happening on Sunday, and I was just going to go check it out just to see if it had any, no trespassing signs or anything of the like. And I didn't see anything. And then I went, wait a minute. And I looked in the console. I was like, oh, I got my gimbal with me. Why not? Let's make the video right now, because I'm not going to learn anything more about it, because I was looking it up the night before and I wasn't finding out a whole lot. I didn't even see that was that was the Andalusia Concrete Products Company. Like, I didn't see any of that on there. I did come across the name of the guy that owned it, but I didn't know that at the time. And I found his obituary and everything. And then after I was there, I looked up the same search terms and I came across it again. And I was like, wait a minute. And I'm reading the obituary and it said he owned the Andalusia Concrete Products Company. I was like, oh, wow. So he probably lived in that house. That was probably his. And then the company was right there. And why they demolished the house, I don't know. The house was made in 1950. That much I saw online. And that was about all I could find out, outside of what I said in the video about it having 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. It apparently did not have a basement, because the foundation for the house is just slabs of concrete. So I guess maybe it was just him living there. I don't know. I don't know anything really about his family life or anything. I didn't really dig deep into it, because he's not the main focus point of the video. The main focal point of the video is the building, the land, and stuff like that. So, but I do thoroughly appreciate everybody that that contributed with like comments, whether it be here on YouTube or on the posts that I made on Facebook, letting me know. Some people were even giving me like screenshots of the street view of Google Maps from 2007, and you could see the house at that point. And it was definitely being used at that point, because you could see the vehicles in the driveway and all that, and it was being well maintained. So I appreciate all of that. My mom also did help me as well. As always, my mom is always there to, once I put out a video, I'm getting messages from her with like links to this and screenshots of that. Like, she's awesome like that. But so are all of you who do the very same, who will give me clues, even like obscure clues that might lead me to more information about it, that might prompt me to go deeper into the history and make another video. So I do definitely appreciate all that, which is why I always tell everybody, hey, if I get any information wrong in my video, please feel free to correct me in the comments, and people have, and I appreciate that. And sometimes if I go back and I revisit a place, I'll go back to the original video and I'll look at the comments, and I'll know what not to say and what to say, because of the comments that everyone gives me. So you're all awesome for that reason. But you're also awesome because you're here watching me right now. You're the ones here right now or watching the replay of this video. You're the awesomest of the awesome, because you're always here with me, and I appreciate that a lot. My community of subscribers has come to mean a lot to me, and I value all of your opinions and your comments and just everything that you've done to help make this channel what it is, because really that's what it boils down to. The channel is more about all of you than it is about me. I mean, first and foremost, it's about the locations, obviously, but second to that is definitely all of you, because you've all helped so much. And yes, you too, Nomi. You are now one of my subscribers, so that puts you in there, and you're here, which makes you part of the awesomest, the most awesomest. As far as where I'm going to go next, I'm in one of those times where I just never know what I'm going to find, where I'm going to go. Do or do not. There is no try. Sorry, sad attempt at a Yoda impression, but no, it's cool, man. You definitely do. You're here a lot, and I appreciate that. But yeah, I really don't know from video to video at this point where I'm going to go. Um, I'm still struggling to try to find places close. I do have something in the bag, just sitting there waiting, over at Neshaminy State Park. But I'm trying to get a few more videos in before I go back to Neshaminy State Park. I mean, I was just there the video before last, doing the Dunks Ferry thing, the docks of the Dunks Ferry, and I want to put some space in between the Neshaminy videos because for a long time there, if you go back and look at my videos, it was like constant Neshaminy, 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 garden, 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 garden. But I'd like to get some space between them. So, but I do have a couple of things that I have come across, some due to some subscribers, and some due to some wandering around there in my free time, and and others from park patrons or the patrons. I don't know, the people that go to the park. One in particular, this guy Nick, he's awesome. He led me to find something, and all I'll say is they all have a connection to the Summerdale Day Camp / German Club that was there. And I actually have a printout. I don't know how well it's going to come through on here, but I don't have it as an image, and I can't find the image online anywhere. But this is of the when it was a German club before it was Summerdale Day Camp, and it was called the Philadelphia. Oh my, I can't say that word. TURNGEMEINDE. Have no idea how to say that. Country Club, Eddington, Pennsylvania. So we'll see how well this comes through. Not too bad. So the building right there, that was the main mess hall of the building, and then you can see over here all these other oh wow, look how clear that got when I did that. Oh, you can see my nails here. Wait, I bite my fingernail, so it's sorry, but you can see all those little buildings over here, and they were all part of the Summerdale Day Camp as well once they took over. So I'm assuming it had something to do with the German club as well. And there's that word that I couldn't say. So whatever that is. And you can type it all you want, but I won't hear what you say to know how to pronounce it. So, but I believe I got that from a guy I've met in person quite a bit. I think that was from Scott, who is also one of my subscribers, and he does tend to pop in on my live feeds quite a bit. So I wouldn't be surprised if he does. And if he does, then I can ask him where the heck he's been, because I haven't seen him at Neshaminy, and he wanted me to show him one of the things that I found because it was through it. There he is, as if, it's like saying Beetlejuice. There he is. So, Mr. Scott, and Rich too. Holy crap. I don't know what year that picture was. Scott, you found that picture, right? Did you see? I held up. It was the German club. This one, you gave me that, right? There we go. And that on the side that you can't see, that's where the steps were that went up. Not sure the year, but you did give me that, right? I'm pretty sure you did. I think it was, yeah, you gave me that in another picture. I think it was of the Logans playing on that concrete slab. Yes, you did. Okay. So he's not sure what year the picture was, and I'm not either because I can't find it online. So I have no idea where the heck you got it from. Line of black cars. Let me see. Don't mind me as I put on my old man glasses. It's hard to tell. I mean, granted, back then they didn't have the best quality cameras, but we'll see if I can zoom in. There we go. Oh yeah. Wait, are they cars? No. I think down towards the bottom they're cars, but on the side they might be bushes. So, like right here. Wait, I'm trying to see where I'm gonna. Right here at the bottom. Yeah, it's hard to tell. I mean, I don't think that they're all. No. Well, if they are, that's a heck of a lot of black cars. You can see the baseball field back there too. And you could just about make out the house that's in there too. In the bushes right over there. Or the bushes, the trees. Let's see. Yes, cars. Oh wow. Well, have fun moving snow. I'm glad I'm not doing that. Our snow melted here for now. Hopefully we don't get any more. They're all black, may give an indication of years. Could be. I mean, if I could find that image online, I might be able to enhance it because there are AI driven sites that will increase the image size and its clarity. You know, and I mean, it does it reasonably well, so I might be able to find out that way. But Summerdale Day Camp, I know that definitely goes back to the 60s. And well, let's see. Let me look up first clue here. So Gene London was born in 1931, and he worked as a young guy, a young teenager at Summerdale Day Camp because his uncle owned it. So, man, maybe the Summerdale Day Camp goes back to the 40s, which means that the German Club was before that. I actually, all I have is the printout of it. I don't have I mean, yeah. If I take a picture of it with my phone, the clarity is just going to get worse. Maybe Scott, if you have that image on your computer, if you could send it to me, I can send it to Rich. Like, send it to my email, not in Messenger, not on my Tom's World Messenger. Here is my email address. So you can send it to me, because if you send it to me in Messenger, especially on my Tom's World, for whatever reason, people send me images on that, it shrinks the image way down, and then when I try to make it bigger, it just gets really, you can't even see what you're looking at. But if you send it to me in email, it'll be the same size that it is that you're sending. And yeah. So, I mean, if not, if you don't have it on your computer, then, no big deal. But I did look everywhere for that online, and the only place I found it was on a website that you need to log into in order to get to the image. Like, I was able to see a low res version of it, but if I wanted to see the high res version, it was a website that you had to pay to join, or you had to, I forget what it was, what the stipulation was to join, but I wasn't able to do it. So I had given up on that, but it would have been a cool image to have in my little repertoire of images of the park. And anybody can feel free to email me at that if you're here and you would like, if you have any reason to email me. But if it's just a message, you can always just send it to my Tom's World um, on Facebook, which the link is down in the description there, as is the link to my merch shop. So you can feel free to go browse my merch shop as well and buy some stuff if you want. It's just another means of supporting the channel, just like the over here, like the super chat and the super stickers are. You can put a different denomination on there, whatever you wanted to, and send that. Or you can do the same thing on any video. There's instead of being on the side, it'll be down here somewhere, probably around this area here. It'll say thanks, and it'll have a little dollar sign. I had a couple people send me some in the last week. I believe Lori was one that sent me, and I got one from somebody else that I can't remember. Yeah, but the historical areas, or the historical aerial views places that I go, a lot of them are very low res. I did find one called Pen Pilot, but that one works differently. Like you pick an area, right, from a like an I think it's an illustrated map, and then when you click on that, it'll give you the option to download a TIFF file, like an image file, from different years. There'll be like little arrows in the box that pops up if they have ones from different years there. And I don't know that they had a whole lot from that area of Neshaminy State Park. I mean, I could try it on Pen Pilot, but that image is much clearer than anything I'd get from that, because it starts with like a plane that's up real high and it's taken like vast amounts, and then you zoom in on it, and then the more you zoom in, the more blurry it gets. Only have that print that you got from the Ben Sam. All right, well, if it's at the Historical Society, at some point I can make my way over there, because I would like to go there again. See, now Sunday they should have been open, because I think Sundays and Wednesdays are the days that they're normally open, only till like 12 o'clock or something like that. But when I went by on Sunday after making the last video, there was no cars there. I was going to stop in then, because I want to go through a lot of images. They have binders of images, like photo albums, we'll say, not binders, of images from like Serobia from different times, like back when the Logans were there, after the Logans were there. And I want to see if there is a decent image of the Blossom Farley's tower, because just based on what I have now, you only see it a little bit in the background of one picture, and I want to see most of the tower. I want to see the land that the tower is on. I want to make sure that that one video I did is accurate, where I said I found what I believe to be the foundations of the tower. So for that purpose, I want to go there. But if I see that image, then I can always try to take like a high resolution image of it, unless it came from a newspaper. But it doesn't look like it, because if it came from a newspaper, you'd be able to see all those dots. So it came from an actual photo. And I think you could see part of the garden in that too. I took my glasses off. I don't know what I did with them. I set them down somewhere. Oh, there they are. Got too much crap on this this desk here. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's the garden I can see part of there. So that would be a cool image to have in HD, like high resolution, if I can. Would be a good addition to my my image collection that I have. I don't have a whole lot. I just have what I needed for making videos and stuff like that. Excuse me. And I did and still do fully intend on doing at some point like a documentary style history video of Sorobia. Still trying to fight off the congestion from that cold I had a few weeks back. But yeah, that would be really nice to have. But I don't know. We'll see. I'll go over and I'll take a look, because when I was there taking pictures of pictures, I had certain interests in mind at the time. And most of it was the what's up, Kate? Hope you're gonna feel better, man. Man, I just called you man. Hope you're gonna feel better. I know you're not feeling too well today. But most of my interest at the time were of the garden and the buildings. Throat's getting dry now too. I hope I'm not getting sick again. That would really suck. But so it wasn't so much of the tower and things like that of the German club. So if I went there now and I went through those images again, like all the images they have about everything Neshaminy related, then I might find something that will connect things for me now. And they would all look black in a black and white picture. You're very welcome, Kate. Yeah, we got to set something up. I know you were saying Saturdays in February. I believe that's what you said in the email. Saturdays are tough unless they're done early in the day. Nighttime, Saturdays, the girlfriend is usually here, or we're out somewhere. Either one could happen, but usually we're together on Saturday nights, especially Saturday nights, because I have off on Sundays. So for now, they're going to eventually be changing my schedule. Just don't know exactly when. Early Saturday? That's a very good possibility. Well, anytime after 3 p.m. Eastern time. I'm not sure exactly where you're at. I know you're living here in the States, but I don't recall exactly where. And you don't have to say where on here. You can let me know. We can talk. But 3 p.m. Eastern time is when I get done work on Saturdays. So I could be ready by 4 p.m. to do an interview. Chicago. So let's see. Right now it's 7:04 there. It's 8:04. So you're an hour behind me. So it would be 3 o'clock your time, 3 p.m. your time, 3 p.m., 3:30, somewhere in there. I would definitely be ready. I guess the 3:30 would be better, because then that way I can come home, I can grab a shower, so that my hair isn't just like bleh. But yeah, cool. We will figure out a date. And speaking of February, that's approaching pretty quick. So today is the 30th. So a week from tomorrow. So not this Wednesday, but the following Wednesday, your man from This Is Tom's World will be turning another year older. I will be entering my last year of my 40s. So it'll be my birthday, and I want to do something special for it. That's for sure. But any time that I get to spend with my goddess for my birthday makes it special. So, but yeah, I'll be 49 years old. It's crazy. It just kind of slips right on by. It feels like it wasn't that long ago that I was having an issue with turning 40. And now here I am entering the last year of the 40s. I wonder what next year will hold for me, to see if I'm going to have a problem with turning 50. I probably will. but I'll keep it internal, mostly. I mean, we can get upset about when the new decade of life comes on, but hey, at least we're still progressing in birthdays. It's better than the alternative. That's what I got to keep telling myself. But yeah, I would like to do a decent history video of Sarobia, and I'll try my best to not step on the toes too much of Mike Bergeron, who wrote the book about Sarobia. I honestly I read the book back in 2020, and it was online only. I got it through Amazon, and I've not been able to find it again. I should be able to read it as much as I want, but I couldn't find the login information. Like I tried to retrieve it, but it was like it wasn't the same account anymore. So, I mean, it was only like $4 some odd cents, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But at some point, I'm gonna have to try to get it again and see if there's the option to download it and then just have it on my computer as a reference, so that like while I'm making that, I can keep going back and forth. I mean, there's going to be some things that I would make in the history video that are in the book, but I'll try my best, like individual stories that he got from like Jack Maar and stuff. Like I'll try my best to keep those out so that there's still some reason for people to go read the book. And you can find it. It's still on Amazon. I think the price of it has actually gone down since I bought it. But yeah, I know. I know. That's a guy named Tyler. He's a cool guy. I believe I met him in person at least once, maybe twice. And he started working on that documentary quite a while before I started volunteering there, and he was like he had setbacks with it and like editing and stuff like that, so it came out a lot longer than it was filmed. But that guy in the video that he interviews, that's Mike Bergeron. That's the guy that wrote the book about Sarobia. But had he had known that we were doing that, well, by then he said the video was already pretty much edited, so he just edited in the end like a little picture of the chessboard the way it was at the time before we got the sod to put in there for the grass squares. And he did say that there are volunteers working on it, blah blah blah, stuff like that. So at least he got the chance to edit that in. But otherwise, he might have put more of the volunteer work in there. Like he might have gone there and shown what it looked like afterwards. But yeah, that would have been really cool though. But yes, I am aware of that that little documentary. Mine would be more. It would be more just me talking and showing pictures. I would love to say that I'd show videos. I mean, the only video I can show is like recent videos, like mine and stuff like that. But I would love to come across video of Sarobia back when the Logans lived there, back when the artist colony was there. I mean, it was an artist colony, and you know, there were those little 8mm cameras or whatever that people had where there was no sound, but you got video from it. So there has to be somewhere sitting in somebody's attic, somebody's basement or something or whatever, like little reels of film that has video from Sarobia in it. And I would love to see it. I would love to see it in moving pictures. Would be so awesome. But to date, nobody has stepped forth. I have put the plea out there in multiple videos over time, and nobody ever comes forth with anything. So far, it's a losing battle, but maybe someday, hopefully. Yeah, I actually commented on that documentary when it first came out because I was like, eagerly awaiting to see what they had in there. And they had some pictures in there that only Mike Bergeron has now. He was given slides and stuff from Jack Maar, who he consulted with quite a bit in writing that book, and now they pretty much belong to him because they're the only copies of them. And I believe that he has the images that he used in his book copywritten, so it's not I couldn't even really use them unless the Historical Society also has them, but I wouldn't be able to like grab them from his book or anything like that. I'm not sure exactly the legality of everything with that. It's a slippery slope online with that kind of stuff. It makes it tough to make videos when you don't know if you can use an image in there, and then sometimes you just wing it and hope that you don't get flagged for it. Oh, I don't know about that. That's pretty far away. I'd have to be making an awful lot of money on this channel, because God knows I'm not going to make that kind of money working for a state park to be able to go to Paris, let alone get down into the catacombs, which I'm not even sure if it's legal to go down there. And even if it is, you could get lost. I'd have to get like a really, really, really long rope or something, or string or something, and just kind of leave it as I'm walking along just to make sure I got out okay. But if all those things fell into place, sure, why not? I would love to travel the world and see things, because there's things in other countries that are way older than anything in this country. And, Ireland per se. I would love to get to Ireland, go see some old castles and stuff like that. That would be great. Yeah, I would say so. But then I'd have to trust that person that they're not going to take me down there and kill me or rob me or something, try to rape me, whatever the case may be. Wouldn't want that. And yes, Kate, I even though you hadn't asked, I want to go to Ireland so bad, and I know my girlfriend does. If you go to my profile on Facebook, she's in the picture. You look at her, you know she's Irish, and I don't think she's ever been over there, and she would love that. But yes, Kate, I will be on the Fear Fans tonight. So backstory. I've mentioned it before. So for those of you who don't know what Fear Fans is, it's a live show where a bunch of us talk about horror movies. Usually, sometimes there's semi horror. Like last week was Godzilla. Is that a horror movie? Nah, it's an action movie. Has a monster, but it's not horror by any means. But we'll do stuff like that. And then tonight we're going to be talking about the 1974 Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and you can find that on a Facebook page called Things Network. In fact, I can show you what the page looks like if you would like. If you decide you want to go over there, that'll be about in about an hour and 15 minutes actually. So let me come back to StreamYard, share the page, share screen, Facebook. Let me close my messages. There we go. Because you don't need to see them. So this is what the page looks like on Facebook. And you just look up Things Network. And then when you see this green and yellow writing, you found the right place. And then at some point, you'll scroll down and you'll see live now. It'll look like this, only it'll be like live. And it'll be called Fear Fans. And I'll be on that should you choose to want to go over there and check it out. No pressure on that at all. We just we sit around and we talk about the movie, sometimes show clips and stuff like that, or still pictures. I am mostly the comic relief on the show. I know rather tame here. Oh, well, we got this. So it means gymnastics or sports club. Really? So, okay. So maybe it wasn't the German club at that point. maybe that was the beginnings of the Summerdale Day Camp. Well, I don't know if you've. I know you've been to the park quite a bit, Rich. But there is an older gentleman that works with me there. His name's Jack. He kind of looks like a leprechaun a little bit. We tease him about that because he's even got like he is Irish, but like he's even got the beard where it just comes down here and goes like that, and it's a little puffy on the end. He's got no mustache, which is traditionally like a leprechaun thing, and he's shorter than me, and so we tease him about that, but it's it's all in fun. He knows that. Let's see, we got more coming in. Sent you some info on your Facebook about it. Cool. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. You've heard that there's tours of the Paris catacombs, but they don't allow you to go down there on your own unless you're an accredited archaeologist with proper certs. Wow. Well, good to know. Should I ever get there? I know one place I won't go would be the Eiffel Tower because hell no. The heights fear would kick in like something fierce. I'd wind up having a heart attack or something. Plenty of other things to see there, though. There you go. You're half gnome, half leprechaun. You're a leper gnome. Or a gnomicon. However you want to do it. They both work. Yeah, I would rather go with an official person than go on the black market one. But I have seen videos of people that go down there on their own too, and I'm sure that's highly illegal. I have been to Crystal Cave. I just have no evidence of that because I deleted the videos because they frustrated me highly. And that's going against the advice of the Philly captain. I mean, maybe they're still sitting in my recycle bin. I haven't gone to look, but I mean, I guess I should. I could always just overlay some audio of me talking, maybe some music and stuff. But Crystal Cave is a really cool place. I mean, you go in there even in the summer, and it's nice and cool in that place. And it's called Crystal Cave for a reason because, well, it's got crystals lining the walls and stuff like that, and it's been around forever. Very cool, though. The creepiest part was when they took us all the way back as far as they could take us, and then they turned the lights off to show you what it looked like when people went in there before they had lights in there. It was creepy. You can't see your hand in front of your face. Yeah, I wouldn't go with the black market tour of the catacombs in Paris. I don't think that would end well. That's just me, though. Yeah, that another good reason to only go with somebody who knows what they're doing. But yeah, it's yeah. I think that would be another situation where I would just die of a heart attack or something down there. Keep going until I find any kind of light and see if I can climb towards it. It's crazy. But so we're almost getting to that time. Only because I want to finish watching the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I started watching it earlier. I've seen it tons of times, but I'm just trying to refresh myself so I have some kind of valid points to talk about. Um, but so again, as I've said earlier, there are multiple ways to support the channel. You can right now while I'm still alive, you could do a super chat over here and donate whatever denomination you'd like. You can do the same thing on any one of my videos. There'll be like a button down here on the videos that say like thanks, and it has a little dollar sign. You could donate that way. You don't have to donate money. You could always buy something. You could go to my merch shop. Link is in the description. Go check out my Tom's World merchandise and get yourself some Tom's World gear. Or you don't have to spend any money at all. There's multiple ways you could share videos from the channel, like individual videos. You could share the channel itself, say whatever about it, like, hey, go check this guy out. He explores, blah, 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 whatever. But also simply just watching the videos, making comments on them, giving the thumbs up on them. All these things help support the channel. And I thank everybody for every bit of support you've all given me along the way. What merch do I recommend? Well, the hats are cool. I think I may have to order another one because I keep wearing this one at work. And it's going to eventually get like nasty and I'm not going to want to wear it out. So, but there's the hoodies are pretty good. I've had some people order hoodies and they said they turned out really well. And there's multiple designs. There's not just this. There's the design that kind of looks like that. It's like at the top of my channel, like the little banner. And there's also one that I put on there, exploring his life, I think it was. So and then all these designs, they're on multiple different things: hoodies, t-shirts, hats, I think aprons. There's water cans and stuff like that, like the stuff where it keeps it cold and all that. There's mugs, all kinds of stuff. You just go through it all. And it's simple, to navigate. Like you'll see as you're going down, you'll see some products here and there. But if you see the one that you like, if you like this one, or if you like the one that looks like that, or exploring his life, you'll see a link that says see all products or something like that. You click on that and you'll see all the products with that design, and you just go down until you find something you like and you check it out and see if you like it, you buy it. I don't make a whole lot of money on these. I've taken down the prices as low mostly as I can. I may have missed a couple here and there, but I'll have to go back and look at it one day. But for most of the products, I've taken it down to where if I make anything off them, it's like $1. It's not about the money. It's just about people being able to get a hold of my stuff at a decent price. And I think it's cool that there are people out there that have stuff. There's mugs, t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, hoodies, all kinds of stuff out there. What, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Nah. Listen, a lot of people say that, oh, it was so gory and everything. But if you go back and watch the original 1974 one, it's actually not that gory. The remake was far more gory. But the original one, it really wasn't all that gory, outside of some like special effects that they did in the beginning when they were showing like the supposed decomposed bodies that were posed on the tombstones and stuff like that. But other than that, it's even in comparison to TV shows like, say, The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead is far more gory. So, But anyway, I guess all that being said, I'm probably going to get out of here so I can continue watching that. And I have some things to clean up around here too, apparently. But so keep watching for the next video, whatever the heck it is. We'll find out. And if anybody has any ideas for new places for me to check out that aren't really far, always feel free to comment on any video, or you can send me a private message on my Facebook. The link for This Is Tom's World Facebook is down in the description. It's in the description of every single video I've put out, so you can find it. And just shoot me a message and let me know. Well, no, because you have to be certified to use a chainsaw in the state. But I do get to use a pole saw, which is essentially like a small chainsaw on a long pole. Same thing, though. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. So I will see you all soon. Keep watching the videos, keep commenting, keep supporting. I love it all, and you are all awesome. So I will see you all later. Make sure you stay safe, stay healthy, and take care. Did I say that the right way? Stay healthy, stay safe, take care. I never know until I'm making the videos. When I'm doing the lives, I kind of mix it up sometimes, but you get the idea. Anyway, I will see you all later. I hope you all have a good night, and I'll talk to you later.